What do I want to do today? Good morning. This is Todd from Todd Young Online with another sketchbook flip through. Another Canson from mid 90s full of ideas. Um, I watched, I'm going to sidetrack for more than a moment because this is kind of the same sketchbook that I've posted several times now. Um, I was watching Kevin Smith on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast Inside of You the other day, and that um, "What do I want to do today?" line came from Kevin Smith during that. He kind of recounted his career and how he kind of revels is going to be the wrong word. Likes that his career has taken so many twists and turns. I've really enjoyed Kevin Smith. I enjoy his work, and when I first started seeing some of his specials with Jay, his live events, and he is a great storyteller, a great orator, and just funny as heck. I really identify with him. That we're in the same we're essentially the same age. Careers have taken similar I'm not comparing myself to what he's accomplished, but um he said, he wakes up and enjoys being able to say, what do I want to do today? Not what do I have to do, what do I need to do, but what do I want to do? And that's really kind of informed his career as a whole. Um, which with my I'm very fortunate to have a job that pays me well enough that I can play play with my art right now, that I can figure out what I want to do, what I enjoy doing, um, that I can look back and gather, uh, consolidate all of this work that I've done for 30 years. I mean, there would be more of it, but I distinctly remember, destroying a bunch of it when I was much younger. Uh, Drawings I had done and whatnot, thinking, this will spur me on to do even better work, which, is debatable. But being able I enjoy getting these sketchbooks back out and flipping through them and sharing them and showing people um, kind of the ugly side of sketchbooks. I love being on Instagram and Facebook and seeing what people do and the absolute gorgeous side of their finished products. But sometimes it's also nice to see, like, oh yeah, okay, so not everything that everybody does at all times is going to be, picture perfect, and it's kind of fun to see the ugly side of an unfinished side of what we do sometimes, or a lot of time, because there's more of this stuff than there is the actual pretty stuff, I guess. Um, but my career had started in my career had started really kind of as a temp way back when, and evolved into evolved from temp work to kind of executive assistant work, and then I fell into graphic design. I was the person that always had a sketchbook with me. I went to a job interview for one thing and got to talking to them, and they hired me to do their graphic design. So I did that for 2 years, and then fell into a better graphic design job later, and finally started kind of pursuing my education in graphic design after having been a designer doing multimedia and print work for many years. Uh, then it took a turn again and took me more into IT work instead of design work. And I've always taken the lessons I've learned just as a designer and applied them forward to the next thing I've done, to the IT work, and um, to now I'm worked my way up into being a project manager, project or product owner, and business analyst, and kind of blurred the lines there depending on the project I'm doing, and then being able to take a step back. And I've always found myself stepping back into art and drawing and creating and animating, and always having a fascination, especially with movement and uh, how to bring things to life, and really try to entertain and inform and hopefully delight people along the way. There's nothing better to me than being able to have somebody like really happy with your end product. And I've always enjoyed that. And now I'm able to kind of take that collective step back and pull all this stuff together to figure out artistically where I want to go next. Um, Doing these, these flip throughs and social media stuff, and just putting stuff together and putting it out there, and let people see it and see what happens. Um, I'm re renegotiating, I guess, my future, and trying to take more control over what I want to do. Um, Trying to roadmap my way to something, and be able to monetize my skills in some way. We're all taught from a very early on how that we need to get a job, we need to make money, and we need to do whatever, but we aren't taught how to start a business or take what we know and then use that to rely on ourselves and not somebody else for a paycheck. So I think now, especially at this moment in time with the internet and digital and everything, and it's a perfect time for people to start looking at, okay, this is what I know I can do. I can teach it on the internet. I can figure out some way to do what I want to do, and even as we come to the end of, to a point where we might want to retire, or we might want another income or passive income, that we are able to take our collective skills that we've learned and make that happen. That's kind of what I'm doing now. So we've reached the end of another sketchbook. Thank you for listening to me as I work through these things, as I look back and share my thoughts. I really appreciate your time. Take care. Talk to you soon.